In the previous episode, we brought you the story of Traveller's Tales and 50 million game sales, brick by brick. Now, let's take a look behind the scenes at the making of the studio's latest and arguably biggest release.
With LEGO Harry Potter, we're very fortunate. It's the biggest cast of characters I think we've had. I think it even eclipses LEGO Star Wars. It's all about, upgrading your character from, whether if it's Harry Potter, Harry Muggles, no abilities, all the way through to, super powerful wizard that's going to be able to take on Voldemort. What we've actually ended up with is a very faithful Hogwarts, but you can't get lost in Hogwarts. You feel like you're in this massive, ever-evolving place, but it's very easy to find your way around. So a lot of work, but it kind of paid off. With LEGO Harry Potter, pretty much everything's been rewritten. From the AI and the way that the AI work, to the way stuff's loaded, to the way stuff's rendered and everything. It's all been redone. And then from a mechanic perspective, it's pretty much all new mechanics. We were developing this kind of in tandem with the Indy 2 guys, so we were bouncing ideas back and two, and luckily, because we started a little bit later, we get to see what they've tried and what has and hasn't worked. And within Hogwarts, from day one, we knew the navigation had to be nailed.
This is Barty Crouch Senior. And I'm just trying to animate his moustache so it moves with the mouth, basically, and then get all the nice sort of facial expressions for the character in there. We're trying to get these characters to do everything, that we do, so things just to bring them to life. And so we've got that's your basic blink there. Then we've got obviously grins and sort of just perhaps a bit of a grimace. But got a Barty Crouch there that's I've just been working on, and I'll say we're just in the last few weeks now. We're just trying to get all these faces in as quickly as we possibly can to meet the deadline.
Currently I'm working on Gryffindor Common Room, which this is the dormitory area. It's just the final art, so this is without all the Lego sort of added into it. When this is in game, this would be populated with all the Lego chairs and all the things you interact with. With this, because it's direct from Warner, we get photographs of all the sections of Hogwarts, and we've got some real detail to work from that. It's usually for a section about this big, we get about 2 weeks to work on it to get it up to a standard, and then there's back and forth with feedback to sort of, you'll be working on another level for possibly a month, and then when it's being tested, you keep having to nip back to the level to fix various little terrain bugs and that type of thing.
Well, I'll show you a cutscene that occurs in year 3 of the Potter game, and in the film, it's a scene consisting of Molly Weasley handing Scabbers the rat to Ron Weasley. We've had a bit of fun with it. We take the simplest of moments in the film and just run with them. We'll make something as simple as, in this case, handing a rat over, and we'll turn it into something funny. What we start off with is a storyboard of what's going on in our scene. So we can see, we start out with a wide shot of the train, and we have Molly with the rat running into view. What we typically get is a level that looks like this, which is a sort of simple version of what the level will look like in the game. You can probably just make out a train there in blue. So we get that, and we populate the scene with characters. And we start out simply blocking out characters, blocking their actions, almost making a 3-dimensional version of this storyboard to start out with. It's like sculpting in a way. You start with a big block of marble, and you chip away a bit here and there, and eventually it sort of starts to come into the shape of something, and then the final stage is just polishing it off.
So far, so traditional video game development. What makes the LEGO series different, of course, are those tiny plastic bricks from Denmark. And that's where Carl comes in.
I am basically one of the two model designers that get tasked with any sort of intricate or important builds within the game. Myself and Chaz get tasked with trying to build it. Hence you can see all the Lego everywhere. I'm a lifelong builder of Lego and a long-term fanatic of it. So I know sort of what's what, I know what parts to try and use straight away. The most elaborate build, probably the Whomping Willow. That was certainly the most technical in terms of the game requirements and on how it needed to operate and the amount of branches that it wanted. That's the hand of the tree. As you can see, that's actually the tree in game. There's the hand that you'll see that just keeps going up and down, and you're supposed to try and jump into it somehow. Every single room in the house at the moment is absolutely chaotic with Lego, because I also work from home as well. So I have my own private collection, which I'll then use at home when I'm working from home to design things as well. I'm a member of the British Association, which is sort of the UK adult Lego builders, and we host. It's actually the largest Lego show in Europe. Talk about job satisfaction. That is just everything that you've ever wanted from a kid, to be able to see your creation then brought to life on screen and interact with it is phenomenal.
Lego Harry Potter is a new Lego game full of new features. For people who've been used to the old Lego games, they'll find amazing uses of magic, brilliant characters, a story they're going to absolutely love, all set within this magical world of Hogwarts, a place which grows with you, which you can discover and roam freely as you grow to become the most powerful wizard. It's a brilliant game. We're so proud of it, and we know that everyone's going to love it.
Lego Harry Potter is working its magic on all formats now.